How soon we can expect that. But first, it's just about 6:30 and it's time for Ask Andrew. He's taking all of your questions, weather related only, and answering them with his excellent expertise. What are you telling us about today, Andrew?
Hey, good morning there, Devin. We are going to be talking a little bit more in depth about corn sweat. I mean, we've covered this before, but I actually dug further into the data because it has a lot to deal with today's question, which I actually got in over the weekend. This is from Larry in Davenport, just kind of summarizing his question, asking how much warmer is the dew point temperature due to corn sweat? How much of an influence does it have? Well, I can tell you, out of all the studies that I've seen, and the National Weather Service confirming this, that corn, and just not corn itself, but also soybean crops, can increase the dew point temperature as much as 5 to 10 degrees. And while that may not seem like a lot, it is all the difference in the world between being just a little humid and being oppressively humid. And we can actually go back through the data. We have average dew point temperature data dating all the way back to the early 1900s, and I've showed you this before. But what I haven't showed you before is the number of acres of corn and soybeans that have been planted in both Iowa and Illinois each year, dating all the way back to 1929. So that's what you're seeing in orange. This graph right here is the amount in acres, or how many acres soybeans and corns have been planted each year since 1929. What you're seeing here in this big up and down blue line, that's the average dew point temperature. What you're seeing in the dotted line is the trend of the dew point temperature. So look at this. You know, as the amount of crops increase, the number of acres that we plant, we are indeed seeing that steady increase in the average dew point temperature. And that has gone from an average of about 61 or so to now that dew point average is about 63. So it's risen by about a degree to a degree and a half just in that amount of time. You know, almost talking about 100 years here. So the trend is that will likely continue to keep increasing. But yes, crops absolutely do have a huge influence on our dew point temperature, that measure of moisture, especially in the summer, of course, when they're growing.